Broncos country. Bo Nix got the start today in day 2 of Broncos training camp. We're going to take a look at some of his throws, highlights, along with some of the takeaways today from day 2 of Broncos training camp. Again, we want to be hearing good news right now, a lot more good news than concerning news. And right now, I feel like we're meeting that ratio. Let's go ahead and get started and take a look at some of these Bo Nix highlights. Of course, if you're watching, smash that like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts if you're watching live in the comments or on the replay as always. But let's go ahead and get to some of the clips courtesy of Zach Stevens, DNVR. We can see Bo Nix here completing a pass here to Marvin Mims there on the far right side of the field. Here we can run through a few more. We have Bo Nix going to Courtland Sutton over the middle of the field as well, getting in work with the ones today. Again, we saw Bo Nix get the snaps with the ones, and I imagine Zach Wilson's going to get that opportunity to go with the ones tomorrow, and then maybe we see a cut down in reps after that. I do think that this will be mainly a race between Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham for that week 1 starting position. Okay, now let's go ahead. Take a look at, speaking of Zach Wilson, here's a really nice deep ball that he completed to 81. That is Devon Vele from Utah. No longer Tim Patrick. Remember, he has changed his number to number 12. And again, we're not going to see guys go into pads until Monday. So a lot of this is just going to be throws against air. Let's hype it up, baby. This might be the best we see from Zach Wilson. We'll have to see. Speaking of Tim Patrick, see here, number 12, making a nice adjustment to get that pass from Bo Nix. We'll take a look at some of the tweets that I bookmarked from the reporters that were able to watch practice live today and in person. They talked about how, I believe this was Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason. I was listening to them earlier, talking about how Bo Nix was a little bit behind on some of the timing. That is something that I think we will see him improve on as he develops the right rapport with some of these wide receivers, such as Tim Patrick. Here's another angle of a Bo Nix throw to Tim Patrick, and this one was really awesome to see, because it shows off his arm strength. Respect my co's friend on Twitter. He also retweeted it. And people in the comments were saying, yes, they told us to be concerned about Bo Nix's arm strength. I think it's plenty fine. And as he continues to fine-tune, tighten up his throwing mechanics and consistency, we will see his deep ball continue to improve. I think he has plenty of arm strength to make every throw at the NFL level. And you see that here. A little hitch, and that looks mighty fine to me. I'm ready to see it in a game setting now. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Javonte Williams, somebody that I led with on my day 1 of training camp video yesterday. If you guys haven't checked that out, be sure to go ahead and find it. But Javonte Williams has lost a little bit of weight, maybe even as much as 10 pounds, closer to 10 pounds, but around that 220-pound weight now. Less stress put on that knee when you're cutting weight, and does look lighter, quicker. And this has been pretty much what everybody in the media has said about Javonte Williams. Again, we'll get into some of the takeaways from practice here soon, but you'll love to see this, courtesy of Mike Kliss. Thank you for putting this out there. And thank you for the follow as well. So let's get into some of the takeaways. Ryan Edwards of KOA talked about how Bo Nix worked with the ones and had a mixed day. Looked really sharp during 7-on-7s, but had difficulty finding completions during team drills. Just missed a deep TD to Troy Franklin, who had a step on Surtain, though. Interesting. Sean Payton also talked about in his press conference today that he's impressed with Troy Franklin's IQ. I love the fact that we're bringing in smart players. Definitely don't want to get too hyped, but he's somebody that I think can have his moments during his rookie season, especially with the built-in chemistry. Audric Estime looks like a monster. Can't wait to see more of him when the pads come on. Javonte had another solid day. Love to see that Javonte is stacking days. Lucas Kroll and Greg Dulcich make the offense much more dynamic. Both made plays in the passing game with impressive yak. Thought the defensive line was impressive today. DJ Jones blew up a run play early, and Darrell Nishami, I probably butchered that, had a sack and a pressure edge. Pressure was consistent throughout. Rotations continue at several competition spots, including cornerback 2, center, and inside linebacker. Very interesting takeaway. Let's get to what Cody Rourke had to say. QB order today was Nix Wilson Stidham. Nix evaded pressure on one play and found Tim Patrick for a nice gain. Audric Estime had a couple nice runs, showcasing quick bursts through the hole, good vision. DJ Jones blew up a run play in team period, and Darrell Nishami had a few pressures today. Nice to see him mentioned by multiple people. Levi Wallace had a pass breakup. JL Skinner had a nice pass breakup in coverage versus Greg Dulcich. We'll get to the Kane Stern news in a bit, but JL Skinner definitely has the opportunity right now to carve out for himself that third safety role, that next guy who's in. If somebody like Brandon Jones has to come out, or PJ Locke. All right. Let's get to some other bookmarks that I had. Ben Albright putting out, I thought Estime had a decent day today. Kroll caught a couple of balls. Still seems Stidham is the most efficient, effective quarterback out there. Some good reps from Skinner and Moss on the defensive side of things. Nice to see both of those names, JL Skinner and Riley Moss, mentioned in having some positive moments. And, of course, everybody's favorite, Lucas Kroll. Let's go ahead and scroll up a little bit. In terms of Nick Gargiulo, Mike Kliss said that he didn't practice today. Bo Nix had all the first-team reps. Fans come tomorrow, obviously. Pads come Monday. All right, Troy Rank replying to this. Ryan McFadden saying Payton said safety Caden Stearns has a road ahead of him in terms of getting healthy. Yeah, that is not good news. Very disappointing. Caden Stearns is somebody that I'm high on, but similar to Greg Dulcich, how long can you stay healthy for? Hopefully he's able to return this season. But I don't know. Guys, I mean, we've seen other safeties signed. Eddie Jackson signed to the Ravens. Oh, why don't we just bring back Justin Simmons, man? But I understand if they're wanting to go in a new direction with the safety position. But at this point, why not? This was a funny clip. Zach Wilson, Sean Payton asked about Zach Wilson's starting experience, and yeah, he took about 5 seconds before answering this question. I don't know. We'll have to see once the pads come on how Zach Wilson looks, and of course in the game time setting. Parker Gabriel talking about how we don't have much proven depth behind Brandon Jones and PJ Locke. JL Skinner, though, flashed a couple times today. That's nice to see. And then this is one of the biggest takeaways. Ben Albright saying Bo Nix looks like a rookie, but he gets the ball out quickly, though. That is, again, something I think is very important. He's going to have, ups and downs as he ramps up to the NFL level. But if he's getting the ball out quickly, that is great news. And I think very positive right now. Cecil Lammy. Another good day at Broncos camp for Javonte Williams. I especially like the way that he caught the ball today. However, Audric Estime is going to be a problem. All caps. Huge. Great burst. Natural yet unproven receiver. Yes, you saw that in my film rooms. Rookie looks good. I love the Javonte Williams news as well as the Audric Estime hype. I'm about it. Are you guys going to be at camp August 1st? I am. So let me know if you guys are. And that just takes care of it for everything that I bookmarked and highlighted and my big takeaways from day 2 of training camp. Very excited. If you're going tomorrow with fans now being able to go, let me know in the comments when I talk about day 3 tomorrow. How was it for you guys? Big E Bronco in the house. Thank you so much for your consistent support. that just about wraps up everything. We'll see. I just can't wait till we get pads on. I can't wait to see Bo Nix in person next week, along with the other quarterbacks. But I think things are shaping up to be a very interesting training camp preseason. So, y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to wrap